Hey guys, this is Mr. Markham with Unlimited Possibilities Martial Arts. We're going to do a video today on a widely known Aikido technique, um, which is basically a couple of them actually. So the first one we're going to do is really kind of a basic technique, but we're going to take it and use it as if you're going to use it in an actual situation. Now, there are many things, as people know, that you can do that can happen, that can manifest in an actual situation. So you can't take one idea and say it has to be done this way. It has to have variance within that idea to accommodate, a multiplicity of possibilities, okay? Which is why we call our unlimited possibilities martial arts. So if I'm coming at him with a punch, let me give him a straight punch. The first one we're going to do is basically what they call returning the wrist throw. Okay, but we're not going to do it technically as a throw as you would see maybe most Aikido places do it. We're going to do it more as a locking or a takedown or a wrist lock, that sort of thing, or all those things together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come at him with a punch. So he's going to come around now. This side so they can see. Okay, so I'm coming at him with a punch, and I'm just going the fact of showing the move. I'm coming at him towards his chest because I'm actually going to make contact with his chest to help understand the reality of what this would be, okay? Now, I'm going to try to make contact with his chest. I'm probably not going to make contact with his chest. It's not going to let me. So I'm here, and I'm trying to literally hit him in the chest. If he stood there, I would hit him. So what he's doing is he's coming over the arm and covering that arm, right? So I'm coming here. Trying to make contact. So this is the first motion. If you can see how he has that hand like this. Now what he's going to do, once I'm here, in continuous motion, he's going to step back and rotate. Like so. He's just showing you the hand, but he would do this on his body to keep me from being able to move very well, right? And it would be all in one motion, which makes it even work better. Okay? And then he would start to turn, rocking down to the ground. Okay? What allows this to work is for you, so go ahead and punch me. When I come over here like this, what I'm doing is I'm trying to do it without hurting, but you can really seriously hurt the wrist, the shoulder, I'm sorry. The elbow and the shoulder doing this move. You can hurt the wrist too, but you can really hurt the elbow and the shoulder. So in order to take him off balance, I have to drop low. That's actually what allows him to go off balance, okay? So I'll do that back to him. So I'm coming with the punch. He comes like that. And he rotates out to the sides. Notice if he doesn't take me all the way to the ground, I'm just going to stay standing up. So whenever we're teaching this, we teach them to take that hand all the way to the ground and put it on the ground. First, it's very hard to stand up when your arm is placed all the way to the ground. So from right here again, I go to punch. He comes in, and he comes here. Notice he's taking me to the ground. I can try to resist him, but it doesn't matter. If he goes out to the ground, the reason why is because he's extending me out, so I can't keep my balance. If he's got my hand, it keeps moving me up. Doesn't matter. I cannot keep my balance that way. And then if he pushes down, I really can't keep my balance. Okay, so this is how the move works. If you guys remember, I always like to try to figure out what we want to do is understand how the move works, because these techniques have been around for centuries, right? And so figuring out why they use this, because they use this in actual combat. So why would they use this technique if it doesn't work? Well, they learned how to use it in combat specific ways, and there's variants to these ways, right? So for instance, if he comes and punches me, right, and let's say even swing punch, let's say he throws a swing punch. He comes here. Now, can I use the same move this way? I can. I probably wouldn't do it quite the same way, but I can use it from a swing punch. Okay, if he punches, if he backhands, if he throws a backhand, can I use it this way? Yes. This is very obvious. I can do it. Yeah. So I can still use it this way, right? Bring it here, and I turn, and I can actually take him off that way. Okay. So, and take him down and extend him out. But there's different variances. If I come to punch him, and then I push his hand like this, he's got a way to change the move so that I'm off balance. I'm off balance right now. Using his elbow. I don't think you guys saw that. Let's say somehow I magically knew that he was going to do this move, right? So I punch, and then I stop him like this, and I'm trying to pull my arm out, but I can't because what he's done is he's hooked around and he's hugged it and he's grabbed it with not just his hands, but with his elbow also. So I can't just pull out, okay? Not very easily. It's take a while for me to do that. But while I'm trying to figure out how to do that, he can continue to do whatever move he needs to. See how he used the elbow here to take me down. That's what he did. Okay? So this is what I'm talking about as far as variance. Being able to make the move, even if something changes, you can still understand how to complete the idea or the principle of the move. And that's really what we're talking about here, is we're talking about principles in movement. If he punches, I'm going to evade the punch and I'm going to grab, okay? And this could be like a principle of grabbing and holding them close to you, or connection, or attaching, or whatever you want to say it is. And then from here, once I attach fully, so I've got 1, 2 points of contact that I'm holding him to me with, I don't just stand here and go, okay, I won, right? I actually want to get him off balance. So I can use this elbow, watch this, see? I can use that elbow to get him off balance, okay? Really simply, because he's already extended, I can use that to take him off balance. Now, again, same thing. If I punch, and somehow I get, let's say I drop my elbow and I try to come here, right? He can still do something and take me off balance, even though I'm half. And I didn't tell him what to do. He just knows what to do because he's blue belt in our jiu-jitsu system, but he's gray belt in our UPMA system. Anyway, so this is the idea that you can flow from one concept to another and you don't get stuck. And this is the issue. So some people train like different arts and they get stuck in one particular way of doing something or in a technique, and not understanding that the technique is the root to the branches of the tree. Okay? You're never stuck doing a technique. That's why for me, when I hear somebody say this move, this technique won't work, this technique won't work. Okay? Well, that depends how well this person understands the movement and the scenario and movement of the body and the possibilities. Because if this person's well trained, then they can make that technique. Does that make sense? So anyway, that's one technique. Now we're going to do a little bit different one, which is kind of fun. So this is going to be off of, he's going to give me a swing punch this time. So he's giving me a swing punch, and I'm going to grab here. I'm going to come under here, and I'm going to come here. Okay. All right, so let me do that one more time. This is kind of fun. So he gives me a swing punch. I'm going to come here. I'm basically just covering here, and I want to go into this swing punch, collapse, come underneath it, and I'm coming here and I'm grabbing. Okay, and this is real simple, easy for me because I know what I'm doing. I'm using this hand to bend this out, create this attachment connection to the rest of his body. You guys can't see it, but I'm bending him this way. And then I come here, which takes him down. Obviously, I can armbar him if I want, or I can keep his arm bent like that to continue to take him down, or if I want to take a punch. You know, depending on the scenario. Right? But this is another technique from Aikido that you can understand how it will work. Okay, super basic. I think it is, except for the actual arm technique. That's a little bit more advanced. Now you can make it more simple. So he swings. I come here, I collapse, I come here, and I just drop the arm leg, and then I put him in an arm bar here. Okay? If you want to see, maybe we add in a jiu-jitsu technique, and we maybe kick around, drop, and an arm bar here. Okay? Maybe we can do that. I don't know. That might be too much for some people. Some people look at that and go, that's way too much moves to do, which is fine. You don't have to do that. He can go, he does the same thing, swings, and I come here. Okay, you can also, by the way, in Aikido a lot of times, they'll hit as they're coming through. Okay, I can use his shoulder to come up like this, and then I can come here and grab his head and come this way. Knee, boom, and then I maybe push him, whatever I'm doing, okay? So that's going into C-Law. So you can see how when you understand certain ideas, it's very easy to flow from one idea to another. You're going off into the branches, if that makes sense, okay? All right, so that is our video for this week. We will just remember to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. And just remember that unlimited possibilities. I mean, keep it, don't get stuck. Always remember there's always possibilities that you can flow into.